Hi, I'm Tyson Beckford, and this is my Us Weekly cover story.
We are celebrating King's Court. It's so fantastic. I love it so much. But why was now the right time for you?
I don't know. Everything was just so, all the ducks were aligning. I had such a great response from, getting back into fashion, and not that I'm back fully. Just dibbling and
dipping your toe in here or there.
So for me, it just all started to build up, and then. When they asked me to do the show, I walked away 4 times. I said, no, I don't want to do that, no. And then somebody inside me, my second Tyson in me said, look, you're just scared to cry on TV and let people know how you've been hurt. And I was like, you know what, maybe this is the therapy I need. Maybe I do need to get back out there and really be outside again. So for me, that was what my goal was. And I said, you know what, it's not gonna hurt me.
Sure.
If anything, I'm going to gain some more fans. And so I said to myself, let's do it. And then I went in and said, we're not going to hold back. We're just going to be our genuine self. We're going to be that person that is emotional, the mama's boy, and we're going to show that side. So I was not afraid to do it. I mean, a little nervous first day of filming, but being there with Carlos, who I had known for a long time, and meeting Thaddeus, and he was just like, it was just like CB, TB, and TB. So it was good.
But I think a lot of people might be surprised that, the most beautiful man in the world has
so
a hard
tell me.
Right?
Oh my God.
has a hard time, finding love.
Well, I don't have a hard time dating.
Okay.
Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
I mean, I
that
can
comes
find a
easy.
date at the supermarket, the laundromat, anywhere,
Sure.
but it's, like you said, finding love.
Yeah.
No, that's not an easy thing for anyone in the limelight to do. So for me, I mean, I've been always around gorgeous models my whole life. So for me, finding somebody in that pack has never been easy.
Yeah. Was there any misconceptions about yourself that you wanted to clear up by doing this?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think being in fashion, there's and then when you're a male and then you're told that you're beautiful and you're good looking, the first thing that comes to mind is that you're gay. I'm not gay. I have friends who are gay, and I do love them and I protect them, and I just don't think that was something that I ever gave off. I just think that because I took care of myself. I grew up with 2 sisters who always used to like put like a mask on me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna try this cucumber mask. Put these on your eyes. Oh, we're gonna do your nails. And I've always been pampered because I've always had my sisters. I was raised by my grandmothers and my aunts and my mom. So I've always been around females my whole life. So I do understand how they tick, how they work, and and I always take their advice. And I have my team is. My PR team is women. My manager is a woman. So it's very good to have that woman's perspective, because I think my whole career, they've always been the ones to say, okay, that's not sexy. This is sexy. Let's do this.
Sure, yeah.
And I think if it was a man constantly being my manager and men telling me what to do, I don't think I would have lasted this long in the business.
Yeah.
I think with women, they are strategic. They know how to do things, especially fashion related stuff. They really know placement and which brands to work for. So that was always a rumor that always followed me, and I don't know why, but and secretly I was always dating somebody.
Sure, yeah.
I was always in a relationship, but I never kept it. I never let it get into the press.
Right. Why is that?
I just love my privacy.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do is mind my own business.
Okay.
So I always had other friends who were in the limelight with their relationships, and I always saw it never turned out good for them. Yeah, it can be because there's so many people poking in your relationship, and I think if the other person has a little bit of insecurity, it can turn into a lot of insecurity. At a point, I just said, okay, let's go.
Sure. But this really broke.
And then this whole year has been so crazy. Like since January 1st, I've been traveling. I was at the Met Gala, and all these things that I normally would have done before had stopped doing because I just was so hurt.
So hurt.
And
how long did you say?
I say honestly, I want to say it took me like 3-4 years to get
Wow.
over it and really start to get back out in the dating
Okay.
pool. Yeah,
That's a long time.
it really is.
Yeah.
For me, I thought that was the last one. I
Sure.
was like, wait, I'm
That's
getting
it.
married
Right.
and this and that. And then like 1 month before we broke up, I was, I had this, I met the vice president of Cartier, and I told him, I said, look, I have this amazing lady that I want to get married to, and I've been in the store, I know the ring, and he said to me, why don't we film you coming to France,
Wow.
us picking out the ring and doing all this stuff. So
Okay.
I had these great plans. I even told my friend, and my friend was like, all right, I'll come. I'll be your videographer. And, it was a crushing blow,
Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these things happen. I would have rather it happened that way than to be left at the altar in front of the whole family to find
Totally.
out that this is not the one for you.
No, but people have been so interested in your dating life for so long. Are there
They
any?
really have.
Are there any headlines that you saw over the years? You're like, I didn't date that person.
Oh,
or
there's
like,
so many.
Is there anybody in
so
particular
many.
that you were
I
like,
would say Foxy Brown.
okay, did not date Foxy Brown. Okay.
Did not date Foxy.
Okay.
Foxy was always a friend of mine.
Okay.
There's this one that's long going that says I'm married.
Okay.
Some lady named Bernice Julian.
Okay.
Which-
Yeah, I think I
You-
saw
you
that when I was
Google
like
it?
doing some.
But
Yes,
then
I
when
think
you
so.
Google and they show you the picture of who Bernice is supposed to be. Who do you think it is? It's that certain Victoria's
Right?
Secrets.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there anybody else? I know that there was. Hold on.
Give me some names. I know you
Kim
probably know.
Kardashian.
Yeah, that was it was 3 days.
Okay,
It was
3
3 days. But yeah, I guess if you say it was, yeah.
Okay.
But she seems to not remember it, but okay, but I guess I'm not, I am forgettable then, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. Carmen
So-
Electra.
No, me
No,
and Carmen
okay, that
were
was-
friends.
okay.
She actually was dating my friend Dennis Rodman.
Right.
So yeah, no, me and Carmen were always friends.
What are some of your non-negotiables?
Yeah, I just asked some of them make sure they're not into like surgeries of any kind, Brazilian butt lifts or
Okay.
any of that, or And then one of the things what I told the producers, I said, look, I don't want anyone with any lips bigger than fish or mine, or because mine are natural like Erndy's, and I just wanted a natural, genuine, hardworking woman, and
Yeah.
I think they came back with so many.
Right.
It was abundant. I get a lot now in the DMs. Where was I when this casting was going on? Well, obviously you were at work and we were working too. So yeah, there's a lot of people that were like, I'm on for the next show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I missed this. But I don't know, where would you put this in? Craigslist?
Sure, right?
You know what I mean? Okay, we're casting for a new show.
Tyson Beckford wants a wife.
That's
right?
it. Tyson Beckford's looking for a wife.
Right.
That is,
Just to kind of sum it up, where
Yeah.
do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I hope pushing baby strollers down this,
Okay.
and changing diapers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I got baby fever again. That doesn't mean I'm running around. I'm not in the cannon. That's not happening. No, I just want to be in a solid relationship with
Yeah.
somebody that I really care about, and that I don't care if they're in the industry or not. But it'd be kind of good if they're in the industry so they get it. Maybe I could just be sitting on their set, with the fake breastfeeders and.
All right, so babies in the future then, maybe.
Hopefully. If not, I'm gonna have to go adopt some kids like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah? Would
for
you do
sure.
it?
I would.
Yeah.
I definitely would.
Okay.
And I mean, they gotta be adventurous. I'll be dragging them everywhere. Come on, we're going to this
Right.
red carpet.
Yeah.
How's
How's your son feel about that?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's been pestering me about it for the past 5-10 years.
Oh, wow.
Like, hey, you're not too old, old man. And I think he just sees the same young looking dad, but
Yeah.
inside I'm old, but he just sees the same, he's like, Dad, you still look great. Come on, we can find you somebody. Let's go.